Hello, students. In our ongoing discussion of capitalism versus communism, we have to ask the question, if communism, socialism, and collectivism, if they have failed so miserably throughout history in the Soviet Union, and capitalism is so clearly the winner, the end-all be-all solution to the question of how government should be run, then why is it that socialism or communism or collectivism keeps popping up again and again in our culture in places like the state of California, where we have so much government interference in our personal, private, and business lives that arguably we are one of the most socialistic states in the United States of America. Why does this philosophy keep popping up? Well, there are a number of reasons why a collectivist or socialist form of government keeps popping up, or at least the desire for it keeps popping up. And the first one, of course, is it is a philosophy of altruism, of charity, from each according to his ability, to each according to his needs. One of the great mottos or themes of a communist or socialistic form of government. But the idea behind that is that the government can require or force people to deal more charitably and justly with less fortunate people. People are attracted to an altruistic philosophy because I believe man is inherently good and wants to do good. But practically, from a practical standpoint, you have to ask yourself the question, is government the best vehicle for forcing people to engage in acts of charity? Secondly, a socialistic form of government creates a tremendously effective justification for the centralization and the consolidation of political power. Let's face it, people who want political power almost always are touting some great cause, some great justice, some great altruistic purpose. They're going to take care of the poor. They're going to take care of the downtrodden. They're going to have more justice, more economic equality. All of these things they're going to do through government in the name of a worthy cause. And if you've read history at all, you know that the greatest horrible things, the greatest horrors, the greatest wars, the most awful tortures, they've all been done in the name of some wonderful worthy cause. There's always some justification. Religion, in the name of religion, we've had more wars, more death, more torture and suffering than anything else in the world. And one could argue that religion is one of the greatest worthy causes that there are. But man takes a worthy cause and twists it around for the purpose of obtaining money and political power. Regardless of whether you call it communism, socialism, or collectivism, or any other name, it always seems to take the same path. Someone starts out talking about injustice, unfairness, cruelty, or poverty, and altruism and good intentions. They decide that since human beings are not altruistic enough by their own choice, a government must be established that forces people to be more altruistic. From each according to his ability, to each according to his needs. Eventually, that socialistic form of government becomes far too powerful and then is corrupted by that power and becomes some form of dictatorship or tyranny that imposes more horrors upon its governed people than most other forms of government. Looking good becomes more important than actually doing good, and the horrors that are inflicted upon people as their liberties and their money and their livelihoods are taken away from them are justified by the argument that it is all being done in the name of some worthy cause. That is the end result, in my opinion, of every form of socialistic, communistic, or collectivist form of government. The dictatorship of the proletariat.